It's been a long way, but the time has come, it's finally here. Oh, you can turn the page, start anew, it begins right here.
Project-based learning has brought more student-centered instruction. The projects connect students to real-world things and are naturally encouraging more engagement and more engaging instruction. I think the teachers enjoy that too, but it puts the students at the front of the learning process.
I think project-based learning is a better way to learn for our kids because it matters. What they're doing matters. They're making a product that they care about. They know what collaboration is. They know what agency is. They know how to communicate and how to talk about their work in a professional manner. And as a sixth grader, that's powerful because I don't think I knew how to do that until late college.
The National Parks Project was a combined project between social studies and ELA, where the students got to be assigned a national park and research it, both the physical and the human geography.
The students were all given a different national park to research in social studies, and then they used that research to create a children's book in ELA, so an informational writing in the form of a children's book.
The National Park Project was created to kind of supplement how we would instruct the geography of the United States and Canada. So instead of just rolling out textbooks and saying, okay, here's a list of the 50 states and the 13 or so provinces of Canada, memorize their names, physical features, we're looking at, taking that knowledge but incorporating it in a way that's more authentic to them.
We are teaching the same standards we've always taught. We're teaching the same benchmarks we've always taught, but kids are much more immersed in the content through the projects. They care about it more. It's more real world applicable. They were really going to an elementary school to read their children's book to children, and they cared about that enough that they wanted to produce a good product.
You have something to do with that work that you learn, and it's a project for other people. So you do that project for a reason, unlike doing some quiz just to show you what you know.
And now that they're being specifically taught through this process of doing these projects, it's just going to make better, well-rounded students.
We actually had Zoom calls with two different park rangers, one from Cane River Creole National Park and one from Yellowstone National Park.
We Zoomed with a lady that was from one of the parks, and that was really neat to hear some of just her tips for what to do when you're in a park and some of her tips for researching them.
It was their first project of the school year, so there was a lot of learning how to work with other people. As the teachers were collaborating, but so were the students.
We had a team, so we divided up the work. We still worked on the pages with each other. So one of us worked on grammar, one of us worked on pictures, and so on.
I think the best part of the project was getting to work with other people and kind of seeing how they work.
Me and my team, we did super cool things searching up cool birds, exotic birds. They did the writing, and then I found cool pictures about the Zion Park. We all worked together. My favorite part was probably being able to write it, to be able to feel like you're convincing someone to go to these amazing places was really cool.
Using the information from social studies, they created this informational text in the form of a children's book with all of the pictures, and we actually had the books bound for them.
Holding it for the first time, it was kind of I helped make that, and it was whoa. I never saw myself doing that, and then there it was, just in hand.
It made me feel really happy about it, mostly proud. Because after all that work and all that time trying to work to it, we finally had something we could hold in our hands and say, wow, we did it.
And then they were able to go back to the elementary schools and read their books to elementary students.
We all got on buses. We went to our local feeder elementary schools, so a lot of these kids went back to the schools that they were just at last year.
They were just completely into it. They were just staring at us the whole time and asking questions.
The switch was flipped the moment that they walked into these rooms and they saw these young kindergarten or first graders. So they just embrace this role of, hey, we're experts in our national park that we made this book on, and we're going to teach you about it.
By seeing the students' reactions to these books that they published and that they presented to them, I think that is worth far more than what a quiz or a test could show on something like this.
Multiple teachers are like, my heart is just exploding. Like, just such a really cool culmination of everything that we had worked on happening. And so it really was one of my proudest teacher moments.
When you get a second to just stop and see what that authentic learning does, and then you saw these like little kids interacting with our sixth graders, it was pretty powerful.
So one of my students came up to me at the end and said, Miss Kelly, I think I want to be an elementary school teacher now. Like, that was so much fun. And to hear that is like, just an amazing feeling, so.
The project-based learning is more engaging, and it's in engaging the students and getting them to take ownership. It's actually engaging the adults on multiple different levels too. And when you see, after all the work that's gone into it, those projects come to fruition, I think they're proud. They're proud of their students, they're proud of their own accomplishments, and it's just a good thing.